All right, guys, I'm going to show you now how we can do what we call a visual reset. Visual reset is a 4-step process, very easy to do, highly used for those who have a sympathetic tone and they can't seem to relax. So you have, let's say, if you have people that when you give them a handshake, they have sweaty palms. Their breathing is, they're hyperventilating. You just see them with constant anxiety. They often get panic attacks. Those who have tension a lot on their neck, their lower backs. Specifically those who have an office desk job, they look at monitors every day. They tend to get a lot of sympathetic tone because of the blue light, because of also less blinking. There's actually quite enough research that shows that there's 50 to 60% less blinking when looking at screens. So what does that do? That dries up the eyes. People get dry eyes, and that actually increases the level of sympathetic activity. So visual reset is something I like to give for people who have office desk jobs or just those who have a very high sympathetic tone, especially those with anxiety, panic attacks. This is something that you definitely may want to utilize, and I tend to give something like this almost every hour for those who have desk jobs. I personally do this before I present, before I teach a class, or before I even have a patient myself, and I need to really calm down and just be ready for the next person. So I have Brandon over here. He just came back from training from jiu-jitsu. So I know most of us, as far as athletes go, we do our training, but we really don't do anything as far as recovery goes. Yeah, we might do a little bit of stretching, as a cool down and everything. That stuff is great, but is your nervous system now calm? So you didn't do any kind of recovery stuff today, right? So before we start this, we're just going to do a general range of motion test to see flexibility, how tight Brandon feels, and then we're going to see how it feels after. Before we start any range of motion stuff, you feeling tensed in a way? A little tension on the hip?
The anterior hip has been tight all morning.
Tight all morning, okay. Did you wake up kind of groggy, a little lethargic today?
Yeah, today was kind of like that.
Okay.
Friday.
All right, so let's see. We're going to get to the hip, actually. And let me see first, let me see neck, side to side. Let me know which side feels tighter.
I feel like right is tighter.
Right is tighter. Let's do shoulders, external, internal. Okay. A little tight on the internal. Let's see the left as well. Okay, a little tighter on the right side. As far as the hip, maybe you can give me let's compare it. So give me a left knee down. Notice how far an extension can go. And then we'll just check out that. Very good. Yeah, right side's tighter, for sure, right? Okay, let's come back up. All right, so apparently I have to be the camera guy too. So, all right, so here's what we're gonna do. First thing, when it comes to the visual reset, is massage the orbitals, basically the bones of the eye sockets. So Brandon, what I want you to do, you can have maybe 3 fingers. Go right under the bone, right over here. You see the eye socket, right? Kind of like hook that, like this. Mm-hmm. Give me a 5-second little massage there, a little gentle. So he's basically massaging the orbital bones around basically the eye sockets. 5 seconds over here. Now with your index fingers, man, let's go to the sides over here. Feel the edges of the bones. Light pressure. So we're doing about 5 seconds around. And then with your thumbs, let's go to the top ones, like right here. Usually people feel a little sore at the very top. Does that feel a little sore? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make sure you're breathing. Always make sure that they're breathing, especially a little longer exhales, shorter inhales. And let's go again with index finger to the tear ducts on the insides. Another 5 seconds there. Nice and calm. Very good. So 5 seconds per eye socket. The second thing now is called palming. So we have eyes, we're gonna have the eyes closed, and Brent's gonna have his hands like cups, and he's just gonna cover the eyes right there. So this is called palming. So let's give that a palm, eyes closed, and just palm. Don't press the eyes, make sure, I wouldn't even touch the eyes. Right there. He's breathing. Now, I usually have people do this for about 30 seconds, even to a minute. And I usually tell them, do you see like a lot of flying colors, like lightning, or is it pitch dark?
One central dot.
Got it. So he has like one little dot that he sees there. Tells me that maybe the sympathetic system is still active, but the longer he stays there, he might notice that dot or any kind of flying lightning colors diminish. So when we see those flying colors, that's actually an indication that the sympathetic nervous system is kind of on. But once it goes dark, the sympathetic system calmed down, he's getting into that parasympathetic state. Let's stay there for another 15 seconds, just breathing. Focus more on the exhale, like a longer exhale, shorter inhale. And you guys can actually search this even on any kind of search engine like PubMed, palming. There's quite enough literature on there. Good. Okay, keep the eyes closed, drop the hands down, and slowly open up the eyes. Good. So that was the second one. Third one now is 5 to even 10 seconds of rapid blinking. Let's give it a go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the third, rapid blinking, more to start lubricating the eyes from the dry eyes. And then last and final, and my favorite one, is gentle eye pressure. So you can have eyes closed, you can have your fingers like this, and just gentle pressure, eyeballs back, and just breathe. Long exhales, short inhales. Now this one's one of my favorite, guys, because this is actually a reflex. It's called the oculocardiac reflex. Oculocardiac. It's a reflex that reduces heart rate a lot. So if your heart rate, let's say, is like 90 or 100 beats per minute, doing this for a solid 30 seconds to even a minute may actually reduce it down to, you might see it go all the way down to 60. So this is a very, very calming technique. So you can utilize the oculocardiac reflex by just light pressure of the eyes. And I tell people that usually are about to have a panic attack, they do this and they're able to bypass the panic attack. Let's give it about 20 more seconds. Just breathing. Again, we're just focusing more on the exhale, which helps a lot with vagus nerve stimulus. Vagus nerve actually has parasympathetic properties. Okay, keep the eyes closed, drop the hands down, lightly open up the eyes. And that's your visual reset. How you feeling, man?
Good.
A little more chill?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's reassess. Let's have, let's check the neck. Let me know if it feels any looser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that got better.
For sure.
Right. Shoulders. I know that right shoulder was a little, boom, there we go. We got that a little internal rotation, right? And yeah, and let's check out that lunge. Let's give it a shot. Boom. Very good. Awesome, awesome. All right. So there you have it, guys. That's your visual visual reset. Again, I like to prescribe it about every hour, especially for those who look at computers all day. Definitely something before bed. It might help you go to sleep easier. Those who have dry eyes. So you can use this with literally anyone, even those who are experiencing pain. Anytime we have pain, we're kind of locked into that sympathetic state. You can give this as a warm-up before you do any of your rehab stuff. So this is going to be your visual reset. Give it a shot. Let me know. That's that.